Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Brain. I am Deepak and today we are continuing our journey through some cool coding problems. If you are new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell icon so you never miss an update. Let's dive straight into today's problems. In today's problem, we will deal with questions of strings, so let's go ahead. Let's go ahead to our first question. In our first question, they are giving a string and they are telling us to change a particular value in a string. For example, in this question, they are telling us that if string is equals to abracadabra, then L is equals to list of string. That means we are first converting the list. That is, we are converting the string to list. Then we are changing the index value and we are joining it. So simple. For this case, we need to first create or the convert a string into list of characters to allow modification. So in order to do that, I'm just going to div character list, which is equals to list of string, right? So now next what is going to happen, now modify the character at a specified position. So we have to modify the character at a specified position. How will you do it? So in the character list, right, in character list I am gonna give the position which is equals to our necessary character we have to change, right? Now then in converting the list back to a string and return the modified string. So in order to do that, I am just gonna give return dot join L, that is in this case it is list, that is character list. So now let us try giving run code. Therefore we have successfully completed our first problem. Let's go to our second problem. In our second question, the user enters a string and a substring. You have to print the number of times that the substring occurs in the given string. String traversal will take place from left to right, not from right to left. String letters are case sensitive, so the first in line of input contains the original string. The next line contains the substring. So already they have defined us the count of substring for taking string and substring. Then the constraint they are telling us is that it is from 1 to 200. Okay, now output format should be the integer, so output has to be integer number indicating the total number of occurrences of the substring in the original string. For example, if I have a b c d c d c, I need to get c d c, and if I give this as input, now I will get output as 2. Okay, fine. Now what is the concept behind it? Some string processing examples such as these might be useful. So there are a couple of new concepts. In Python, the length of the string is found by the function len of s, where s is the string. To transverse through the length of the string, use a for loop for I in range. And I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use a while loop instead. How I'm going to do this is to initialize a counter to track a occurrence of the substring. So I need to initialize. So what I'm doing this. Now I need to initialize the starting index for searching. So I need to start. I'm defining this. Next, what I'm doing is I am using while loop until the starting index is less than the length of the original string. So while start is less than length of string, that is original string, what I need to put is find the index of the substring starting from the current index. So start is equals to string dot find substring start. Fine, and I have to check if the substring was found or not. In order to do that, again we are using if statement. Now if start is not equal to 1, sorry, -1, increment the count of occurrences. So I have to increase the count. So that how I'll do. This is +1. Then move the starting index to the next character for the next search, right? So this is gonna be start is equals to start +1. So now I'm going to move this. Now else, what if it is not equals to 0? I need to break the loop because I need to come out, and we have to check with the proper indentations. Now what we need to do is we need to use return function. So I need to do what? I need to return count. Simple. So now let us try giving run code and see that the output is correct or not. Sorry, it is start is less than. So now we have completed our second problem. So let's move to our test cases. And yeah, every test cases have been passed successfully. So let's go to our third question.
In this video, we are solving a problem where we need to wrap a long string into lines of a specified width. We use Python text wrap module, which provides a function called fill. This function takes two inputs, the string we want to wrap and the maximum width for each line. It automatically inserts new line characters after each line. So we get a neatly formatted paragraph. After running this section, we will see that the string has been divided into lines of the specified width. This is useful for formatting output to make it more readable, especially when dealing with console applications or text output. So let's try this code with using fill function, and here they have already defined wrap. So we have to just give text wrap dot fill string max width. So this is gonna give us text wrap dot fill string, and this is max width. So let's move and try run code. And yeah, we have successfully completed our problem. And now let's submit it for all the test cases. Yes, all the test cases have been successfully submitted.
So in this question, we are given two numbers n, the height of the mat, and m, the width of the mat. The height is always an odd number and the width is 3 times the height. The mat has a few unique features. It only uses the given symbols. It has welcome written in the center, as you can see. The design is symmetric, meaning the top and the bottom halves mirror each other. So let's start coding. So first let's initialize our function and get our inputs. So in order to do that, we have to define a doormat function for considering the n and m. Right? Yeah. Next, what for the top half, we will print lines that gradually increase the pattern from a single symbol, that's a single line pattern, to a middle row. We'll use a loop that increments by 2 each time to match the required design. So for that, we have to use for I in range 1 to n comma 2, right? Pattern is equals to dot, what we have to use is this, right? Yeah, dot this star I. Now what we have to do is print pattern dot center yam. Yes. So now we are done with top half of the mat. Now let's move to the center row with welcome. So now let's add the center row with welcome written in it. We'll center it with dashes. So for that we have to give a print function. So it has to be outside the loop because I don't want a print each time print welcome function. So it has to be welcome. Dot, I have to center it. Yes. Next what we have to do is for bottom half of the mat. So for the bottom half of the mat we have to mirror the top half, right? So we will do this by looping in reverse from the second to last line down the first. So for this we are creating a for loop again. So for I in range n minus 2 0 comma 2, sorry minus 2 because I have to reverse it, so that's why we are using the minus 2. Then pattern is equals to again the same pattern which we used into I because we have to mirror. Okay, then again we have to give print pattern dot center dot center. Yes, so we are done with the main. Then for input values, now we have defined the function. Now we have to call the function. So in order to call the function, I'm just going to give map int input enter the dimensions n comma m dot, that is height and the width dot, I have to split. Now let's give print statement print doormat. That's all. Now we are calling the actual function here. Right. So now let's run the code and see. Oh, we missed the symbol here. There has to be, I said actually, but I forgot to put it. Now let's see, run the code. Again, it's wrong. Oh, what was the error? Expected output is this, but the, okay, I have to, this is too bad for me. It's not required. We will just input dot split, then we'll run the code. Yes, now it's successfully we have successfully completed this question. Let's submit for the test cases. Yeah, all the test cases have been successfully passed. So this is gonna be our last question of this easy series. From next video we will move on with medium questions on HackerRank from Python programming language, which I'm interested to do in. So let's tune in.